ladies, welcome to August block. This is block 4 of strip 2. Just so you know, when you look at the pattern it says strip 1. I made a mistake, I apologize, but it is block 4 strip 2 and it's called winding cables. Now we're gonna have 4 cables here. We're doing like a true traditional looking cable, and I want you to see how it kind of pulls in. See how narrow that looks? Don't worry about that at all. Cables pull things in. We will work it all out with blocking, and it'll lay nice and flat and be beautiful. Okay? So, also, I want to point something out before we go through the pattern. It's really quite a simple pattern. But I made a mistake. So you see how this goes on top all the way, just nice even flow, and then here, boom, I don't know what I did, and I don't really care because I think it looks good and I chose not to rip it back. So just so you know, if you make a mistake and you like the way it looks, it's okay. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, okay? And then it goes back to the normal way. So, that said, let's go over the pattern. Let's see here. Oh, too much, sorry. Okay, here we go. Strip 1, block 4, winding cables. So you're going to knit 2 rows, increasing 3 stitches evenly across row 2, making 55 stitches. Next row, you'll begin your winding cable pattern. Now remember, the border stitches are not included in the winding cable pattern directions. You're going to work until piece measures 12.5 inches from the beginning of the pattern. Then you're going to knit 4 rows this time because it's the last block of our strip. So we're going to knit 4 rows, decreasing 3 stitches evenly across row 1, equaling 52 stitches. Then you're going to bind off loosely. Now, a lot of people like to use a needle size bigger than what we use to make sure their bind off is loose, or just use your regular size needle and be conscious to not be really tight. If it's really tight, the bottom of your square is going to be narrower than the rest of your square, and it won't look good. If you do it too tight, don't stress out. We can just take it back and redo it. It's not a big deal. So we've got tips. Row 1 is your setup row. Okay, so that's where you're going to be placing, when you work row 1, you're going to go through and place a marker. It'll tell you where. Rows 5 and 13 are your cable rows. And all the other rows, you do what you see. You knit the knits and purl the purls. If that's confusing, it won't be after you do a few rows. You'll see the pattern. The key, PM equals place marker, CN is cable needle. So C6F is cable 6 front. You're going to slip your 3 stitches onto your cable needle. You're going to hold them to the front of your work, knit your 3 stitches from your left needle, and knit 3 stitches from cable needle. C6B is cable 6 back. Slip 3 stitches to cable needle, hold to the back of the work, knit 3 stitches from the left needle, and then knit 3 stitches from your cable needle. Okay? Now, remember, C6B, B is back, back is rear, rear is right. So when you're confused on what row you're on for your cable, you can look at where what way is your cable leaning. If it's a back cable, see how it's going to, oh, I'm not even on the camera, sorry. See how it's going to the right, okay? If it's a front cable, it's going to the left. Oh, it's going to go to the left. So, rear is right. Just keep that in mind. Your cable's going to lean to the right for rear. Your cable's going to lean to the left for front. Okay, let's look at this. Keep looking at this. Winding cable pattern. Row 1. So you're going to purl 5, you're going to place your marker. Knit 6, place marker. Purl 5, place marker. Knit 6, place marker. Purl 5, place marker. Knit 6, place marker. Purl 5, place marker. Knit 6, place marker, and purl 5. Now remember, this does not include your border stitches, okay? So then it just says row 2, you're going to knit 5. That it's really self-explanatory, okay? Row 5 is where you do your cable. So you're going to purl 5 and you're going to cable 6 fronts. Okay, so you're going to do your cable 6 front, purl 5, cable 6 front, purl 5. It's pretty easy because row 5 is cable front all the way across, and then you're going to pretty much do what you see until you get to row 13. And then that's cable back all the way across. So you're doing the same direction of cable the whole row. So just make sure you know if you're on the front or the back for cabling, okay? And it's a 16 row repeat. You're just going to repeat that until the end, until it's, you know, the right length, and then you'll knit your 4 and bind off. I think that that is everything. If you are needing refreshers on purling, which I'm assuming you aren't since our last one was, refreshers on cabling, since our last one was cabled. But you can always go to my YouTube channel, Adrienne Torrey Knits, and I have the video on cabling. And then here's the bind off. See, in my bind off, it's loose, it stretches, but when you take it off the needle, it will be wavy, and that's okay. As I said before, it's going to all work out when we block it. Okay, so I think that's everything. If you have questions about anything, text me, email me, whatever you need, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Okay, hope you're doing well, healthy, and have a good month.